viewers. Today we are simply going to talk about the most interactive ways to raise rabbits purposely for meat. Yeah. Um Even though so many people out there they have different opinions about the rabbit meat, right? But today we'll look at all that. I have a Dutch here, and this is a New Zealand white. Some people simply prefer the local rabbit meat, and in Africa here, we call it the bush rabbit meat. Yes, most Africans they like bush meat. So some say that is the meat they like simply because the bush meat or the local rabbit meat, it um the meat is hard, is stiff, and that kind of hard is a bit harder as compared to the exotic breeds, or what we call the foreign breeds. All right, but then um other people are also saying that um the rabbit is so cute, so they are unable to eat um, the meat of such an adorable animal, right? Yes, though most people are now beginning to realize that um, rabbit's meat is one of the healthiest meat that you can have. We have two kinds of rabbit meat that you can get. Basically, it is either the local rabbit meat or the foreign rabbits, the exotic rabbit meat. All right. So let's look at first of all the local rabbit meat. Yes, which most people call the bush meat. When it comes to Africa here, especially um, the local people, they prefer the local rabbit meat to that of the exotic rabbit, simply because most of them claim that the local rabbit meat is stiff and a bit harder as compared to the exotic breed. All right, it feels natural, smaller size. Okay, it appears so small and it barely weighs 2 kilo. Another thing about the local rabbit is that um, is somehow difficult to raise at home, to raise just in cages like we are doing like this, because the local rabbit is wild and it's also difficult to fatten it. No matter how you feed it, it remains the same. Exotic rabbits, these foreign rabbits that most people are raising, and the reason is that they produce faster, and even they have a higher litter ratio. In fact, one rabbit can litter up to 12 bunnies and even more. They also tend to grow faster. In fact, they have a good meat to bone ratio. And not only that, the exotic breeds, they are also very easy to keep. In fact, there was a day I forgot to close one of these um, doors. For the whole night, I wake up, came back here, and all the rabbits were intact. If that were to be the local rabbit, you will not come to meet anything in the cages. New Zealand white, and then the California white too is a good rabbit, and then the chinchilla, the American chinchilla is also another one that most people um, normally raise. Like, and then um, You can also talk of the Dutch. All these are rabbits that most farmers are raising for meat. Yes, and the reason is simple. When you feed them within a short period of time, they gain weight, they mature faster, and they grow faster. Before you can raise a livestock like any animal, you need to prepare a place where you can keep your animals and raise them. The same thing applies to rabbits. You want to go the caging system way, something like this one, or better still, you want to maybe go for the colony system, whereby you can simply get a common room and keep all of them in there and start to raise your rabbits. No problem about that. But then let's ask ourselves if all these things are intact. Now, what can you feed your rabbits with? There is no much difference between the feed that we can give to um, rabbit that we are raising for meat, and then that of maybe rabbits that we are raising purposely for breeding. All right, they can all eat the same thing, but then there are few things that you need to consider when it comes to their feed. Um, we all know that rabbits nibble on a lot of things, but the things that we can actually feed to our rabbits, they can be classified into three categories. Formulated feed, like we are doing here. All right. You can decide to get local ingredients and then you use them to formulate feed, mix them up, okay, for your rabbits. Because there are two main things that rabbits need in their diet, which is fiber and protein. So um, we can mix things together and then we come up with formulated feed for our rabbits. Now, you can also decide to feed your rabbits with um, grass. In fact, the grass is their natural food, and there are a lot of forage, a lot of fresh grass out there that you can feed to your rabbits. Yes, don't forget um, alfalfa, guinea grass, the rice field grass. All these grasses are there that the juicy vine and the like. And if it comes to the leaves, you can talk of mango leaves, the banana leaves, and that of the magic leaf, I mean moringa leaves. We don't joke with all these things. We use them in our farm regularly. Yeah. Um, some can also decide to feed their rabbits with pellets, but I'm yet to even come in touch with. I'm yet to feed pellet to my farm. For pellet, basically, is something I've never used in my farm before. Yes, but if you can get it, you can also feed pellets to your rabbits. And then um, these are the things that you can feed to your rabbits. Now, let's look at the mode of the feeding. The mode of the feeding, that is where the difference comes in. Maybe the way you feed the same feed to rabbits that are meant for breeding, the way you feed that one to your breeding stock may differ from the way you feed the same feed to um, rabbits that are purposely raised for meat. All right, because with the meat rabbits, you can fatten them. All right, but we don't fatten our breeding stock. All right. Yes. So the mode of feeding, if it is for meat purpose, you want the rabbit to gain weight faster. You want it to grow faster. So it means that with meat, with rabbits for meat, please, we feed them bit by bit, but frequently. All right. So you can decide to feed them bit by bit, um, 3 times a day. It means that in the morning you need to get them something to nibble on. You can decide to give them the formulated feed in the morning. All right. And then in the afternoon, you can just drop some scraps or maybe some hay for them to just chew on that one for the afternoon time. Then later in the evening, you can decide to give them another thing. And then mind you, with meat rabbits, in the evening, you can increase the quantity of their feed for them to feed over the night. Viewers, if we can raise rabbits successfully for meat purpose, right, then their health should also be our concern. So when it comes to rabbit medication, you can decide to go organic. You can decide to go the organic way, which simply means that there are potent leaves, all right, very medicated ones that you can simply select and feed them to your rabbits, and it goes to cure them. The pawpaw leaves serves as a dewormer, all right, for your rabbits. And then bitter leaves, neem leaves, they serve as antibiotics, all right, for your rabbits. So there are a whole lot of organic leaves out there that you can use. Some can also go on the orthodox way, I mean the drugs. Thanks to technology, there are so many different kind of drugs um, out there that we can use in our rabbit farm to raise good rabbits for meat. Okay, so we can think of the vitamins, um, oxidants. We can think of antibiotics, and then dewormer, then the like. We even have what we call ivermectin for other serious conditions. We can use all these ones in our farm for to prevent our rabbits from diseases. We can use for prevention, as well as we can use some to even cure any disease that may befall our rabbits. Viewers, above all, please be guided by a vet or a rabbit expert to take you through. All right. Please do well to subscribe, and then you can also share this video. You can like it. Please enjoy your rabbit meat till we meet in the next video. Bye for now.